Shanda's always, she's in the green room. I'm watching her, and she sings everything that we put up here before. She's singing it every time, even Okie Dokie Boomer, and she sang it like 200 times. I mean, wow.
Probably more than that.
Probably more than that. Hi, everybody. Good to see you tonight. Chanda and Oz are here, and we are running on empty once again. So we're going to do our best to incite, entertain, activate, bore, whatever sounds good.
Come on, let's get this shit rolling. Yeah,
let's get this shit rolling, man. Jody Havel first in. I think Jody, this was from yesterday. You are right on it. Brad Angel's in there. Fred. What's up, Fred Edward? Kamshwari, Kate. What's going on, Kate?
Hey.
Jax.
Hi,
Hey, Jax. I hope you're feeling better, Jax.
Yes.
Reefer from INN is here. INN Panty Raid. And we've got Natalie Williams driving Miss Macy. Hey,
see you, Miss Macy.
Driving me Macy. I want to get that right. I don't want to
driving me Macy.
You put a lot of thought into that. And there's Natalie Williams again. And we've got Popeye. What's going on, Popeye? And let's see. Peace Dove. Peace is in the house.
Peace Dove.
And we've got, let me see, who else do we have in here?
I see Chris Foster. Are you battening down the hatches and not getting blown away over there across the pond? They're getting their asses blown.
Yeah, they are. My brother said they had 77-mile-an-hour winds over.
I was going to ask you. Ask you if you talked to him. Yeah, it's bad over there.
It is.
Another storm's coming too.
Yeah, their power was out. Trees were falling all over the place. Act of God crap, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Chris, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it again, Chris. Chris Alger.
Hi, Chris.
What's up, Chris Alger. Let's try that one. See if that's okay. Deborah Grossbach is in the house. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? And let's see pieces in there again. Mastermind Hour, good to see you. Anthony's in the house. Anthony. And let me see, who else do I got? Oh, there's the Trailer Park Pundit. Who is that woman? Okay, we've got Steve Wolfbrandt. Good to see you, Steve.
Hey,
Always
Steve.
see Steve hanging out places. Let's see, and Steve G is in the house. Jilly Love, wonderful to see Jilly. And
hi, Jilly.
There's Vic. Vic, you're in the house. Vic. What's going on? Desert Mantis is in the house. Hey, Turbo GG. Shanda, you look wonderful. Yes, she does. She always looks wonderful. And Kurt Boss is in the house.
Kurt Boss.
What's up, Kurt? And who do you have?
Let's see. The trailer park's got a bunch of people hanging out over there. Let's see. Rad Angel's hanging out over there with Cold Fusion Gaming. Who is that guy? Lady Alex. So good to see you.
Hi, Lady Alex.
Vic is over there hanging out. And Green X Ghosty, you've got to catch the show live. We are so happy that you did. And let's see, over on the Rumble, we've got Law 66, Ghost Start, a Dingo Ate Me Baby, and a bunch of others. So they are not chatting. Hey, Kick, what's up? God, we look good on Kick. And the Rockfin has got Kate. She's everywhere. And Willie V and Jim hanging out. Rockfin's kind of a dying breed right now. It seems like
the most stable.
Out over on the Rockfin.
The most stable one is the one that's getting the least love over there.
The least amount, right?
Yeah, the Empyrean is in the house over here, stepped in, and then we've got Catalytic Sitar made it in, and we've got Lady Alex and Katrina Byerly. That's
my Aunt Trini. Hi, Aunt Trina. Good to see you.
Hi, Aunt Trina. Good to see you. Let's see. Barbara is in the house. Let's see. Is there anybody else that I got? I think I got everybody. If I didn't get anybody, post your name in there. I'm getting dizzy. Natalie's getting dizzy. I'm sorry. Are we making you dizzy, Natalie? We don't mean to.
Natalie, I hope you're feeling better. I hope your kitty's feeling better too. Or kitty had seizure last night.
Yeah, that's no good. I know the skiing thing. I'm trying to bring something in entertaining, and we did skating last week. We did skiing this week. God knows what it'll be. Hopefully in 2 weeks. We will not be here next week because Chanda and I get to go through the gauntlet of medical shit.
We both have mass doctor's appointments for sure.
Yes, we do.
Satire. We are
Remember,
satire.
satire, fair use, and don't forget that unless we're serious about something, which we try and maintain our satire level. If you'd like to throw us a coffee, that would be nice.
Yes.
Of course, there's
Thank you to our
Shanda's
Patreons.
Yes, thank you to our Patreons. You keep us going. And
Definitely.
we try and run that thing when we can. And let me see, what else do we have? Shanda, I've got playing around with stuff this week. And this is one of the
As
things.
long as you're not playing with yourself, I guess you're okay, right?
I got playing with dollies, and this is.
I saw that you brought the Barbies back. I saw Barbies all over the deck. So.
Yeah, there's Shanda drinking a cocktail there.
I love it. Vintage Shanda Barbie.
Shanda Barbie, you make a great Barbie there, Shanda. I love those.
Sometimes I feel like a real life Barbie, with the plastic hair and the fake eyebrows and the fake eyelashes.
I feel like that too. What are we going to talk about tonight before we get going?
Oh my God, what a week we've had, Oz. Monday was the inauguration. I was live on air, did a huge show, covered a lot of it, but a lot of it made it onto this show. So this is going to be a weekend review of all of the crazy madness that has gone down under the new Trump administration and the outgoing Biden administration and all the fuckery he pulled on his way out. So
gotta tell you,
we got lots to talk about.
It's been a week of shitty distraction on everything. People are focusing on things
the wrong shit.
I just want to ask why. Why are you focusing on some of this stuff? Why? It's all a distraction. Anyway, Carrie tells it the way it is. We like Carrie. Carrie, it's Werher, right? Carrie Werher. And let's just give Carrie a good listen because she knocks it out of the park at 100 miles an hour.
This is an inaugural PSA to remind you that the system, deep state, cabal, whatever you want to call it, will never let anyone who truly poses a threat to the machine attain real power in said machine. Anyone who rises to the top of this system is not a challenge to it, especially not someone who repeatedly empowers lobbyists for corporatists, bootlickers for foreign governments, neocons, and Wall Street moguls. Someone now cozying up to big tech oligarchs even more than he already had with his deep state Palantir Peter Thiel connections, who wants the CIA more involved, wants to add more government that will further impoverish you, has called for an expansion of the biometric police state and wants immunity for state enforcers, proudly shilled for one of the most corrupt and most powerful companies on earth, and wants to keep the military-industrial swamp alive by endlessly arming one of their most warmongering customers. The true power of Donald Trump's inauguration is that many of the people who've been raging against tyranny and this abusive system for years are now being lulled back to sleep. They'll now excuse rampant authoritarianism they'd otherwise condemn from a Democrat because they think they have their team in power now, even though that team is steeped in the swamp and everything they've claimed to oppose. P.S. Waiting on Daddy Trump and his regime to save you is entirely contrary to the anti-government, pro-freedom ideology you think you espouse. It's also a major reason why things have gotten so bad as you outsource your power to authoritarians. It's beta-simping bootlicking identifying as alpha anti-government.
Carrie's right.
Yeah, she's great. Carrie's exactly great.
I feel like we've lost both sides in the last week, Oz, because so many that kind of came back to us during the Biden administration that I could actually tolerate again are now back in TDS land, and I can't handle that shit. But then you've got the other side of the coin where they are making excuses for Trump and all of his technocratic billionaire support. And I just feel like I'm stuck in an asylum, an insane asylum with people on both sides that are just can't see the real freaking picture, no matter how close you shove their face to it, right?
No, yeah, I wanted to shout out Kurt Boss. Did you mean talk about the Electronic Intifada, their executive director, journalist Ali Abunamah? I can't pronounce it. Got arrested in Switzerland. Yeah, that's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
Yeah,
way to stay neutral, Switzerland.
Yeah, fuck you guys for arresting him. But I guess they've been doing that a lot. I mean, Electronic Intifada has been doing some of the best journalism out there, on par with any of our sisters and brothers who we support. So I hope they let him go soon. So, and you brought this, and now it's time to go over the carefully selected stories that have been chosen to manipulate your emotions and thinking. That's how it's been. That's how it's been. And that's
Rachel
what
Maddow's back. Yay.
Oh,
Aren't you
yeah.
so excited? She's been
No.
busy all week.
No, I'm not. I am not ready for her at all.
Come
mean,
on.
you know,
we
I've-
missed making fun of Mad Cow for the last few years.
I have trouble
Actually, it's
disagreeing
funny.
with the Trump administration talking about MSNBS losing their license because we're not for censorship. But once again, I can't stand them and I don't support them. And even speaking about them makes me sick to my stomach. You put this in. You want to talk about pardons?
Oh, okay. So we started out Monday morning bright and early with, Trump had his inauguration indoors, right? Because it was cold. And then he got to work as that afternoon signing freaking executive orders, over 200 of them. And honestly, there's not very many of them that I'm really bulking and throwing that big of a fit about. Most of them, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, but we're going to talk about them because we brought a lot of them to break down. But just for an example, like him pulling us out of the WHO. Hey, I'm glad he pulled us out of the fucking WHO. The WHO has been a fucking nightmare. They tried to come for our sovereignty with this, we talked about it over and over. And this treaty, remember, where we were going to turn over our medical sovereignty, where they had the right to shut us down whenever they wanted. But the fact of the matter is the reason that Trump pulled us out was for fucking money that he just refunneled back over to Gates, which Gates, the WHO is pretty much Gates anyway. So, I mean,
Gavi, is that what it is?
some of them are good. Yeah,
Gavi.
some of them are good, but for them, oh no, we're going to talk about Davos. And, the World Economic Forum
they're
over on
trying
my
to
show.
they're trying to walk that back, or something's going on. I just caught that before we went on the show. So
No, they're going to refunnel the money into American coffers of Bill Gates's instead of internationally. So, I mean, okay.
That's what they want to do with TikTok. Who do they want? They want somebody to buy TikTok and split it with.
Probably
that's,
Elon would be my guess.
Yeah, probably.
So there was some good
BlackRock
news. Biden did give a pardon to, he gave clemency to Leonard Peltier. So we've been fighting for that for many years here at Roar Media. And of course, Russ Albright, he got a pardon from Trump. So he's out. Of course, he did the Silk Road on the dark web, right? Remember that? So, and the sentence that he had was just out flipping rageous.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
was it
2
4
life
sentences? Yeah, it was just crazy.
Some
it was
shit like that.
Stupid
I mean,
stuff.
this is a list of people that we've been working to free, many of us on the ground for many freaking years. I'm glad to see these check marks. We're actually getting some ground.
I think we need to make can you make a Leonard Freed Leonard Peltier for the rundown?
Well, he's not actually out. So he got clemency, right? But here's the
he's
thing.
on house arrest or whatever.
He won't be released until like February 15th or something is what I read.
Okay. Well, let's
so
look at that.
He's not quite out, but he has been in prison for 5 decades, 5 fucking decades for being a Native American activist. And very heartbreaking. So glad to see he's out to where he can just live out his final days. He's sick, So how many days does he really have in his life left? So
we never know, do we?
Or he will be home.
It's terrible.
No, life is not promised, is it?
No.
Thank you for pardoning me, my king.
Oh, God.
Of course,
just...
Fauci caught a frickin' pardon during all of this. But Oz, if he did nothing wrong, why does he need a pardon?
Well, that seems standard logic with most people, doesn't it? And honestly, they pulled his security, which I think is perfectly fine. Why does Fauci and Bolton have? Do they expect forever security, infinite security?
Dude,
I mean,
going to bed knowing that Bolton doesn't have a security clearance anymore.
Be careful. Be careful.
Smile on my face. It put a huge smile on my face to know that man does not have a security clearance anymore.
No,
what a warmonger.
Yeah, that pic should have been out of there a long time ago. And they're just, he kissed the Democrats' ass, and they kept it going. So again.
Oh, he was Liz Cheney. Him and Liz Cheney crawled right up the Democrats' ass, right? They all loved him.
Biden giving preemptive pardons to all the J6ers makes me sick too.
His family. Don't leave out the fact that he pardoned his whole entire family: mom, aunts, brothers, cousins. But he didn't pardon himself.
I challenge any Democrats that come on at me personally if they want and explain that to me, and I will eat them for breakfast. So,
do you remember when MSNBS was losing their fucking shit 4 years ago, thinking that Trump was going to pardon his kids? Oh my God, it was the end of the world. And then now Biden's done it. Biden set the precedence. And, you know, they asked Trump on his first day when he was signing these executive orders about that. And they said, so are you going to start pardoning yourself and people, your family, when you leave in 4 years? And Trump said, well, I might. Biden started it. Maybe every president will pardon himself on the way out the door from now on.
Hey, Larry Fine, good to see you in the chat. What's going on? So Anthony Fauci has followed Donald Trump's advice and hired his own private security, which he will personally fund. I think that's a good idea, Anthony, because you know, I believe in my heart of hearts that you are responsible in some way for all that mess. And because, number one, Chanda, he did lie about getting in funding for gain of function. He did.
He absolutely lied about it. And we took strikes for that shit here on YouTube 4 years ago and got demonetized. I want to shout out over to the Kick, Oz. We have a viewer watching from Turkey tonight.
Hey,
Turkey's one of those countries I really want to go to. Let me see if I can get this name right. It's a Berkovac. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I've always wanted to go to Turkey. For one, Istanbul's a city of cats, and you know I'm such a huge cat lover. But I also want to go see Göbekli Tepe. I would really like to see that. So,
am I supposed to play this video? Is there a video here? There's a video here.
Oh, this is Fauci leaving without his security now. Poor Fauci. I'm not promoting any kind of violence here. I'm not saying go after Fauci, but thank God the American taxpayers aren't paying what $500,000 or some shit to secure this guy, this liar.
15 million a year, I thought.
It was 15 million a year.
I thought that.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. I think I heard like 500,000 a month or a trip or something.
It was crazy.
Like, he was the highest paid federal employee, right?
Yeah. Well, let's hear from not our favorite, but they do good work sometimes. United Spots.
Sometimes they make us laugh.
Yeah, they make us laugh. Let's have a laugh.
Hello? What's up? Hello? Who is this?
Hey, Fauci. It's your favorite President Donald Trump. How's the fake doctor thing going?
Mr. President, I'm glad you called. I've got some great advice for you.
What's your advice?
Well, America is in the midst of an unprecedented allergy attack.
You want me to make allergies a national emergency?
Absolutely. Pollen has reached critical levels, and we need to lock it down to prevent a
sneeze
apocalypse.
This sounds pretty serious. What should I do?
We need to start building pollen-free tunnels so people can travel safely.
That sounds expensive.
Oh, it will be. But that's why we have taxpayers.
All right. What else should I do?
Masks should be mandatory, but not just any masks. We need specialized anti-pollen masks with built-in air purifiers.
Built-in air purifiers?
And fan hats, too. Everyone will be required under law to wear a fan hat at all times.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
I got mine.
See, everyone needs to stay 40 feet apart.
Wow, this sounds pretty serious. How long is this gonna last?
Oh, I'm gonna need at least 2 weeks to flatten the pollen curve.
2 weeks?
America won't be safe until the last flower has wilted.
What should I do if people don't comply?
We need to implement the pollen police.
What the hell are pollen police?
A highly trained hazmat team who will enforce the pollen commandments.
Pollen commandments?
Yeah, and they'll use hypersensitive UV lights to inspect each human, pet, and vehicle for pollen.
Oh, gosh.
Anything else?
Just my $11 million finder's fee.
This sounds pretty expensive.
Oh, it is, but you can't put a price on safety.
Well, if I do this, I'm gonna have to start making some budget cuts.
Do whatever you have to do. I mean, we have to protect our entire ecosystem from the tyranny of pollen and its evil masters.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna cut is your security detail.
My security detail?
Your security detail. You know, that thing you use to look tough while you tell America to lock it down.
But without my security detail, I'm just a 5'7" fake doctor with no fighting skills.
All that money you made from AIDS and COVID and you never learned how to fight?
I was too busy spending money. I didn't have time to learn how to fight.
Well, I suggest you take a few self-defense classes then.
Well, when are you ending my security detail?
It already ended.
What?
Sounds like you need to lock it down for a few weeks to flatten the ass kick curve.
Why
Flatten
would you
the
do
ass
this to me?
kicker.
I'm not saying you can't have a security team. I'm
We are
just
not
saying
promoting
if you want
violence.
a security team,
No, we're not,
You gotta
not at
pay
all.
for it yourself.
Well, how am I going to pay for this?
Your book deals, your Disneyland special, your speaking gigs. You're
Does
the
he have
fake
an
doctor.
Emmy or
I
some
think you
shit?
can
Like,
figure it
come
out.
But the taxpayers should pay for this, not me.
I can give you the numbers of some good security teams if you want.
There's so many people outside my mansion. I gotta call 911.
Well, it sounds like you got
Peter
your
Hook
day
has to
planned.
protect him.
I gotta break the news to Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer about their security detail. Have a good day, Fauci.
That would be
Fauci.
funny, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad.
Of course you don't, Donnie. So
Yeah, whatever. He's still the father of the vaccine. Let's not forget about that.
Yeah. What's you brought Larry here? What's Larry got to say?
Well, okay, so Larry is of course announcing Stargate investment, which is the future of mRNA vaccines in America and the joint working with AI. Now, Amber over at Brave New Future has been warning us and telling us about this for 5 fucking years now. We know it's coming, and here we go, the technocratic state.
Mr. President, one of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test.
This sounds like a Theranos type thing. Remember, she was going to test for everything with blood
tests. Look at the
tests.
blood test.
Yeah.
You can
You're gonna
find
end up in prison.
the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer
goody,
tumor,
BlackRock is going to gene sequence
you can
us.
then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make
Cost
that
as much as you want.
robotically, again, using AI in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
Stop thinking the government and big pharma and big medical is going to fucking save you. They are a for-profit system. They are here to milk you fucking dry. And that doesn't include curing you. And that is something that I'm having to grapple with fucking daily because I'm trusting them to fight this cancer that I have. But then on the other hand, I know it's a profit driven thing. I haven't heard from my doctor since they finished poisoning me. And now I'm going into this. We're already doing this. So, when I had radiation treatment, they went in, they did mass scans. They sent all of the calculations over to the AI. It took 48 hours for the AI to calculate exactly precise digital where to pinpoint so they don't kill the healthy cells, right? And then they put me on the table for 6 weeks and cooked all the cells. And so we're already doing this. And now I'm moving into the phase of what they call the vaccine, which is, of course, a big pharma med that is supposed to keep
cancer.
my cells. Yeah, for cancer. That's supposed to keep my cells from producing these cancer cells themselves. But when you look at the list of side effects, I'm scared. I'm scared to death to take this new med.
Yeah, it's one of those cases where the cure or the medicine is scarier than the actual.
Yeah, blistering of the skin, hair loss. I mean, everything I already have, and then some. Well,
you have to admit that Larry looked pretty good in that thing. I mean, he's invested a lot in his plastic surgeon and his hair doctor.
God, he's the richest man on planet, isn't he?
Yeah. He's 80 years old, man, and I swear I didn't see
Is
a wrinkle.
He? No freaking way.
He's
no
80
way
years,
that man's 80.
80s. Hey, take a look. Let me just run it real quick.
Adrenochrome is a hell of a drug, man. That's crazy.
One of the most
no
exciting...
way he's 80.
He's 80.
Is he?
He's 80.
No.
Look at his hair.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
Hey, somebody get whoever colors his hair and send that guy's name to Jimmy Dore. He's been screaming about his hair color. So,
Jimmy quit dyeing his hair during.
Yeah,
COVID,
I know, and he's
been
not happy about it for a while now. So I don't know.
Aw, Jimmy, you look just fine.
He's been accident over it. Anyway, Craig.
I get it. I want my hair back, but
Craig wanted to weigh in on Stargate, and he was responding. He was responding to. President Trump will be announcing $100,000+ billion infrastructure investment called Project Stargate. Best part is a private investment in the United States by OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle, and Microsoft. Craig Pasta Jardula says this cheerleader has no idea what Trump is doing. He's building your digital prison, you moron. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and like Chanda said, that's what Amber's been warning us about for ever since we've been talking to her. So
yes, Amber, absolutely, for sure. MK, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Metal Martin saying hi with a very nice, generous donation over on the YouTube. Thank you so much for the amazing super chat, and it was good chatting with you over on the X, which we will always call Twitter today. And thanks for keeping my spirits high. You guys are so great about reaching out to me.
Metal Martin, thank you so much. We do truly appreciate it. And I got to put a special shout out to our brother Kit too. He shouted you out today, and I know brother Kit. Brother Kit, thank you, brother Kit, for shouting out my BFF, and I'm eternally grateful to all of you. Piper. And everybody over at INN Media who is doing the same.
Oh man, Parker,
you brought a slow news day here.
Hello. Slow news day. You guys know I love the slow news day. Let's see. Watch Trump signs off on the declassification of the JFK, RFK, and MLK files. Everything will be revealed. And Steve over at Slow News News says, this is exactly what you'll do 60 years after the fact when everyone responsible is long dead. If you wanted to privatize the intelligence community, otherwise you would release recent files, hold individuals accountable. Yeah, I say if you really want to reveal what our 3-letter agencies are up to, tell us what happened in Vegas 4 years ago, 5 years ago with the Stephen Paddocks. Yeah, what was that? Let's hold some people accountable. Oz, do you really think that the intelligence communities are going to tell on themselves in these files?
I think they're going to release what exactly they want us to see. That's what I think. They're gonna give us only what they want us to see, because as we have said multiple times on Beauty and the Boomer and Trailer Park Pundit and Brave New Future, we are being socially conditioned and manipulated, much to our detriment. So that being said, no, they'll probably just give us a sampling, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. What did you bring here with Trump? What's this?
I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get crap. Metal Martin, again, thank you so much. Another super chat. Metal Martin loves you both. We love you guys. You guys, this community is amazing and so supportive. I would have never made it through the last 6 months without any of you, without all of you. And, you guys just do.
Yeah, you guys are keeping us going.
You are.
This is what Chanda and I do. This is our love. This is what we do. Are these shows? This
talk smack about politics.
Yeah, this keeps us going. It actually does. And with Shanda's fight and my insanely medical crap that's coming.
You're fighting too.
It's nuts. And I again thank you all so much for your support. Metal Martin, you rock our world.
Metal Martin, you totally rock.
What in the hell is this? What do you bring here? What's Trump doing here? What's he doing now?
Oh God, it's MSNBS, so I don't know. Let's play it.
Oh God. Shouldn't we ban them from the show?
Yeah, we don't censor, but
the vaccinations are so important. This is really going around now. They have to get their shot. Today we're
this is 2019.
Another American medical miracle. This is one of the greatest miracles in the history of modern day medicine. Pfizer and Moderna have announced their vaccine is approximately 95% effective. These vaccines are also very safe. A medical miracle. We have delivered a safe and effective vaccine in just 9 months. What we've done is historic. Don't let them take it away. Don't take it away from ourselves. You're playing right into their hands when you sort of like, oh, the vaccine. If you don't want to take it, you shouldn't be forced to take it. No mandates, but take credit because we saved tens of millions of lives.
Both the president and I
Didn't we hear Bernie saying the same shit earlier today?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so
No. Some friends of mine, they wanted to say, I said, don't come tonight. Let's go another time. It's pouring. Woody Johnson, a great gentleman. You ever hear of Johnson & Johnson? He owns the place, I tell you what. This guy's got cash.
Great guy.
He's got cash. Johnson & Johnson. I came
Didn't
up
they pull
with a
theirs off the
vaccine
market
with 3
like 2
vaccines.
years ago? I
All
think they
are
did.
very, very good. The vaccine is one of the greatest achievements of mankind.
That I've
And if
ever
you
done.
take the vaccine, you're protected. Look, the results of the vaccine are very good. And if you do get it, it's a very minor form. People aren't dying when they take the vaccine. I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines. But you got, no, that's okay. That's all right. You got your freedoms. But I happen to take the vaccine. If it doesn't work,
sure
you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, you will be the
I don't
first
know if
to
he actually took it. Metal Martin, you are too kind to us tonight. Metal Martin says you need a Doc Holliday in your life. Doc Holliday. What a
Doc
character.
Holliday. Yeah.
He had the lung issues too, right? Yeah, he did.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry.
What? That's...
Did you see this? This is Trump Jr. throwing some Illuminati signs during the inauguration.
Here you go.
And then his wife catches him. Watch. She's like, no, stop it. Stop it right now. At least she's there to tell him to knock that shit off, right? Yeah, they all do that power triangle freaking. We've gone over the symbolism, the Illuminati symbolism.
Here, somebody screenshot it and say Oz the Boomer's Illuminati.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're not allowed to use that. You're not
allowed
a
to use it.
millionaire.
Yeah, I'm not in the club, am I, Shanda?
No, you're not in the club. You're not allowed to use it.
I am not allowed to use it. What? Oh, you did bring the Jimmy door. What the hell?
I did, because Jimmy wants you guys to shut the fuck up.
Okay,
I
let's
pulled
see.
this over.
So Musk was
I pulled
accused
this
of
from
giving
Trailer
Nazi
Park.
salute during the Trump
Okay.
inauguration celebrations.
Not the Nazi salute.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did that. He gave a Nazi salute. You're not just trying to make it look like that.
Again, you have an autistic guy who gets overwhelmed with emotion, and he says, "I'm giving you my heart."
No.
That's what. So you got. He should have did it like this. Why did he just do it like this?
Rogan was like, you use both
It's
hands.
very. This is very tricky. That's this or this. Oh, when you do it like that, no good. This. Oh, we love you. That. Oh, Heil. What are you doing? So
He's autistic.
He's autistic. It was stupid of that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I find the whole freaking issue just fucking dumb. Can I just tell you? And
It
all
is
the people
dumb.
that have been weighing in it. And I'm so disappointed in the independent media on the left. Many of our, friends out there toting this stupid Nazi shit. Like, let's talk about the real Nazis. How about the Azov battalion that we have been fucking funding over in the Ukraine for the last fucking, 10 years? Like, come on. We're really wasting time on this stupid shit. This
What
is
is-
what the left
what-
does.
What
They
is
detract and they deter.
Distract.
Look over here.
Yeah, it's what is this going to accomplish anyway? Calling
It's
this
not
out.
going to accomplish shit.
It's
Who
not going to
cares if
accomplish
he's a
anything.
Nazi?
And
They're
you know
all
what?
goddamn Nazis.
I even disagree with Jimmy's point of view on that. I think the guy is just bloviating with adrenaline, and he just got so worked up. He did this thing. My heart goes out to all of you.
Careful.
You know?
Now they're going to be telling people that we're Nazis. Now be
Yeah.
careful.
No, I'm French Indian.
I just find the whole thing redundant and stupid, and this is what the left does. They don't talk about actual fucking issues. The fact that the working class are fucking fighting for, a dozen eggs is what, $12 now? No, we'd rather talk about Elon Musk, the richest DARPA boy who's been given all of his money by the military industrial complex, I just find this stupid and redundant, and I wish everybody would shut the hell up about it.
Yeah, there's more. There's real issues we need to focus on. This isn't another one, is it? Is this another one?
I think this is funny. I don't remember.
Okay, let's try this.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Oh, this is the actual.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you.
Well,
yeah,
see,
that was on the deck originally.
There's full context right there. Call it yourself. But it's not important, though. It's not something to fixate on. How about North Carolina? How about that? How about California burning to the ground? How about that?
Exactly.
Stop this, guys. Focus on. Sure, call them whatever you want. They don't give a shit.
Metal Martin single.
Metal Martin single, everybody. Metal Martin.
Hey chicks in the chat. Metal Martin single. Hit him up.
Metal Martin.
We like to do some matchmaking here at Beauty and the Boomer.
I've always been partial to yin and yang too. I love that yin and yang. That is great. That is so nice for your.
I have a yin and yang tattoo.
I've got a necklace, and where's your yin and yang tattoo, Shanda?
It's on my ankle.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a safe spot for it. What do we got here? I saw this. Is this like odometer and speedometer?
This is the new Tesla odometer. Yeah. When you ride with Tesla, you ride with Hitler. But you notice I threw little Zelensky in the background because we all know.
My God. This is funny then. This is satire.
I had to mute the music on it so we didn't take a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny. Come on.
That has to be AI. That's funny.
Right?
It's funny. Yeah,
everything's AI now. That's
cute.
What did they say? 89% of what you see now online is AI generated. We use AI. We use AI here in this show.
So. Yeah, I do. I use it for art and music.
Yep.
And that's what I use it for. And hopefully that's all I will be using it for. I use it to, you know what I find AI for, and I talked to our friends at INN Media about this, Indy. And and I'm sure they have a different point of view, but what I do is when I write something, I put it in the ChatGPT and I ask it specifically to correct the grammar and
everybody does
and the errors. So I'm keeping my big bodies of work that I write, so I can prove to people that AI didn't really write it for me, but it corrected my English. So that's what I use it for. If that's unethical, let me know.
Everybody does that.
I don't think it is. Anyway,
Teslas are popular in China. Yeah, because they're allowed to be in China. Unlike China's smart cars that are not allowed to be in America. Why? Because they're cheap and efficient. That's why.
That's why. Oh, what $1 trillion in cash would look like. This is really
Have you seen this? This is definitely AI generated, but it's kind of shocking. Or you'll have to take us off screen for a second so you can see it. That's 1 billion right there.
That's 1 billion.
Okay, that right there is 10 billion. $100 billion. $1 trillion. Now Elon's on his way to being the first trillionaire, right?
Yep.
Via DARPA. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, I would hate to have to put those in a vending machine one at a time. That would take a long time.
Yeah.
What is this? What do I have to be out of?
Okay, so you dropped this picture over on my deck on Monday for Trailer Park Pundit, and I didn't have any contacts, so I didn't know what it was. Well, this was in the background at the inauguration in the rotunda where everybody was standing to watch Trump get sworn in, and of course, it is the 4 richest men in the fucking world, plus Jared Kushner, it looks like, and Lauren Sanchez, none other than the plastic Barbie of Bezos, decided decided that she was going to come shirtless. Fuck it. She was just going to wear a bra to the inauguration. And Zuckerberg, man, he zoomed in on it. Yeah, I didn't bring the AI generated ones where she's taking her top off, but apparently this was a theme, and she wasn't the only one. Apparently the rich are just foregoing shirts anymore because the next picture is what is her name? Julianne. She's a fitness guru.
Julianne Michaels.
Julianne Michaels. Yeah, did you watch her over on Bill Maher last week? She kind of put Maher in his place a couple of times. But anyways, look, she did the same thing. Just a bra and a blazer. Apparently, this is the new fashion trend for all of the elites.
Well, let's just skip the clothing.
I get bitched at when y'all can see my bra. Kate lets me know every time when my bra is showing.
Yeah, here's your bra strap, Chanda.
I know. Kate lets me know. Chanda, we can see your bra.
Yeah. Thank you, Kate. What do we got here, Chanda? Kate. What's going on here?
Let's see. What is this? Oh, just some conspiracy theory stuff.
All right. Let's check it out.
This is
Statue of Liberty.
2D image of
She's a Zionist.
Statue of Liberty on Google Earth. Somebody told me that I need to watch I Pet Goat, so I looked it up. And
we've all watched I Pet Goat. Come on.
It has to do with the Statue of Liberty here. Well, yeah, of course I went to Google Earth to see if this was real. Check this out. So, check this out. Still Solomon sits over the Statue of Liberty.
Did you guys know the base was like that? I didn't.
When you line up the points, it finishes off the rest of it. See that?
Is that a Israeli star?
Yes, that's an Israeli. The Star David is what it's called.
And do you see how the outside circle fits these points?
We are a Zionist nation.
It's all made for it. This is who runs the show, man. They own this country. We're too stupid to see it.
Yeah, we are.
Are we that stupid? I don't think so.
Most of us.
Google Earth. They hide images. Now check this out.
You can kill it whenever.
So now we know the Seal of Solomon fits over the statue.
The Seal of Solomon, that's
the Seal
thing, right?
of Solomon? Yep.
Yeah, and you brought Larry Ellison again.
This is where he's talking about the pre-crime's coming under Trump.
Yeah, and he's parsing it like it's going to keep you safe.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
Be on their best behavior.
You'll be on your best behavior.
We're constantly watching and recording everything that's going on.
80 years old.
Citizens will be on their best behavior.
No way.
Because
I'm not buying that dude's 80.
And reporting everything that's going on.
God, adrenochrome's a hell of a drug.
It's unimpeachable. The cars have cameras on them. I think we have a squad car here someplace. But those kind of applications using AI, if we can use AI, and we're using AI to monitor the video. So if that altercation that occurred in Memphis, the chief of police would be immediately notified. It's not people that are looking at those cameras. It's AI that's looking at the camera. No. You can't do this. It would be like a shooting. That's going to be an event that's immediately, an alarm is going to go off. It's going to be, and we're going to have supervision. In other words, every police officer is going to be supervised at all times. And the supervision will, and if there's a problem, AI will report the problem and report it to the appropriate person, whether it's the sheriff or the chief or whomever we need to take control of the situation. We have, same thing. We have drones. If there's something going on in a shopping center, and I'll stop. A drone goes out there, get there way faster than a police car. There's no reason for, by the way, high-speed chases. You shouldn't have high-speed chases between cars. You just have a drone follow the car. I mean, it's very, very simple. And the new generation of autonomous drones.
Can I tell you why this is important, Oz? What most Americans don't understand is with quantum computing, encryption and privacy is going to be a thing of the past. I mean, it already is a thing of the past. Yeah. We have an illusion that we have privacy right now. But once quantum computing comes onto board, probably 2028 or by 2029 at the latest is what they're saying. even the CIA and the FBI will not be able to secure anything. So they've pretty much got to get us all in line for this technocratic state within the next 4 years. So that's why Trump is so freaking important and vital, because he is going to usher in this technocratic surveillance state, and that we've been warned about by many, many people, including Whitney Webb, which we're going to talk about Whitney Webb, because some of the Trump toadies came for her this week just for pointing out the obvious and the truth. Yeah. Like, what?
What? Well, again,
this is kind of a crazy little clip here.
What is it?
Okay, so if you wanted to go into the Capital One Arena where they held Trump's big get together the night before the inauguration, you couldn't bring a bag in. So people had to literally dump their bags before they could get in, and they did. And this is out on the sidewalk outside the arena.
I've never seen nothing this insane in my life. I've been around the world. I've been to a lot of places around the world. I've never seen nothing this insane. This is trash. I see why she left it.
I didn't go inside. I wasn't here early enough, but everyone who was apparently wasn't told that they had to leave their bags, dropped them all. I found a bag with a car key in it, so I was able to contact the person through their college ID. What? And I'm waiting to give her car key back.
You went out.
Look at all those bags.
It's unbelievable, man. Just to see how many people would, leave their own belongings here. It's unbelievable. And to see people, I think this stuff should be donated, for the people in need. But it's just crazy to see. You got rotten apples in here. You've got hand warmers, all types of junk.
It just feels weird to see all these bags. People have left a lot of really cute bags all over the place because they couldn't take it into the arena, and now they're probably going to go into the landfill.
Look at all of these damn bags.
I don't understand.
I didn't hear anybody covering that story. I came across it and was like, what the hell?
I would think they would have at least dump bins you could put them in, and then when it's over, you can come sort through it and find your bag or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess there were too many people. Now,
so this is
speaking of pardons, right?
Well, yeah, this is a compilation. Well, yeah, a compilation of CNN losing their shit, 4 years ago, that Trump might pardon his kids. But now that Biden's done it.
Is that a thing? Preemptive blanket pardons? I haven't heard about this since Monopoly with a get out of jail free card. Trump has discussed with advisors whether to grant preemptive pardons. What does that say? That he wants to excuse them for things before anybody's even saying there's an investigation.
President Trump, as he winds down his last few weeks in office, is considering preemptive pardons. What a mess. More as we know.
Source saying that some of the president's inner circle, they're telling him that it would be perfectly fine to pardon his family and other associates preemptively, even though they haven't been charged with any crimes. How much damage could be done to this country can he do to this country on his way out?
Yeah, Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
How much damage, Joe?
How much damage, Joe? Well, CNN. CNN laid off 200 people today. Chanda, did you see that? They laid off.
Not so.
But they kept Dana Bash and Anderson.
Dana Bash. She's always got a job at lying. Yeah.
Anderson, Cooper, Vanderbilt, and all the top talent. But what happened over at CBS? Did you catch this? CBS. Nora O'Donnell? Holy crap. She's out. They gave her.
She accidentally tells them truth.
Yeah, she's announced that back then that she had committed staying with CBS as a contributor to all of the news broadcasts, including Evening News 60 Minutes. She will stay at CBS until CBS goes out of business or they get rid of that. So I can't say I'm
the
disappointed.
mainstream media, I hate to break it to you. I hate to bust it to all of you, but mainstream media we're going to see an uptick and a rise, right? Because half of the country has cognitive dissonance so fucking bad, and they're going to flock back to the TDS world that we were living in 4 years ago, where Rachel Maddow and Joanne Reed and these fools, Don Lemon, and it's all going to be about Trump. It's never going to be about policy. It's never going to be about the struggle of the actual working class, or the crippling taxes we're paying, or house prices, or it's never going to be about any of that on any of these. It's all going to be Trump for the next 4 years. I predict. Mark it on your calendars. I'm predicting we're going to see an uptick for all of these shit stream medias.
Well, I think they're going to migrate over to other digital platforms and do the
trying to have podcasts.
They're going to try and do the same shtick. However, Chanda, it's not going to fly. As a matter of fact, they're going to be met with contempt because they burned their credibility so bad.
Come on. We know plenty of people that'll watch that shit on.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah. My age bracket, the boomers. No.
Yeah, the boomers, they eat that stuff up with the freaking spoon, man.
That's their food, and that's a shrinking demographic. It might last a couple of cycles. It's going away. But that's why I say I'm going to do my best to quit featuring any of these assholes anymore. I mean, we'll dwindle out of here, but they're ridiculous. They're paid corporate tools, propagandists, social conditioners. That's why they're doing it, and they're going to keep trying doing it. But I think people have had it with their bullshit on both sides of the issue. You brought Whitney.
Most of us have, but a lot of the boomers have not. So Whitney Webb points out the obvious, and the Trump supporters, people like the Weinsteins and, oh my God, so many, decided to jump on her because she's too negative. She never offers any solutions. She just tells us what the problem is. And Whitney says, amazing that you can now be deemed as eternal pessimists about absolutely everything for scrutinizing the current U.S. president and the world's richest man. There are two people, and definitely not representatives of anything, in the insane micro-opic, the insanity micro-opic, right? Let's see. Myopic, the filling... Myopic, the fillings over facts crowd is larger on the site, and hopium is much worse than it was under the Obama era. God, hopium was a big thing under Obama, right? We all just went to sleep.
And we got fucked.
And nuance is demonized, and so is bringing up past precedent and current concerns. Exactly. And, I got to give a shout out to Due Distance. They really did a really good job of covering this. I did watch it. And they shouted out many of our viewers, like Snow Himble and Jax Page, and so many. So they did a good job. If you want to know what's going on with the Whitney Webb thing, go check out Due Dissident's breakdown on it.
Sure. And your favorite senator from California, Adam Schiff. Well, Pam Bondi got a little feisty with him the other day. He was trying to shift his bullshit at her. So here we go. Give this a listen.
Has called for it publicly. You are aware of that, aren't you?
No one has asked me to investigate.
But the president has
We're
called,
also worried about Liz Cheney,
The president has
you know what
called
we
for
should
this.
be worried about?
Ms. Bondi, please answer my questions. Right now you are aware,
the roof.
Ms. Bondi,
your robberies are 87% higher than the national average.
My question is this.
That's what I want to be focused on, Senator.
Do you have the power to say no to the president?
Listen to the question.
Listen to the question. You don't have the independence to say no to the president. So let me ask you a different question. It also requires you, if you're going to be a good attorney general, to be able to tell hard truths to the president. So my questions now are, can you tell hard truths to the president? So let me start with an easy truth that you could speak to the president. Can you tell him that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election? Can you say that? You have the independence to say that. You have the gravitas, the intestinal fortitude to say, Donald Trump, you lost the 2020 election. Can you tell us that here today?
Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it.
Yeah, you are,
dickhead. Speak truth.
With any on
power. So let me ask you another.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo.
If you be able to review hundreds of cases on day one,
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Of course you won't.
The question?
Well, my question
I would
is,
have plenty of
course
staff.
you
said,
won't.
Of course you won't.
you'll be able to review
Listen,
hundreds
I'm
of
not going to
cases on the first day?
mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask
You were
another question.
censored by Congress,
also-
Senator, for
it will
comments just
also-
like this.
You were censored.
Yes, he was. He was.
That prick. You know, I've said it before, everybody. We have no allegiance to any political party, okay? But Adam Schiff is just nothing more than just a fucking prick. And he's pushing talking points. He's worthless. California.
He should be in prison.
He should be. He's terrible.
When you know what happened at the Stanley Hotel, he should be in prison.
Yeah, the guy's terrible.
Which we can't even talk about here on YouTube because we would get taken down in a heartbeat.
I need to segue here again. You know how old Pam Bondi is?
How?
She's bucking 60.
Damn, she looks good for her age.
What the hell's going on? What are they drinking up there in Washington? Adrenochrome, or like you say? What the hell's going on?
This is a funny.
I want some. This is a funny. Okay, as long as it's not AI going over his voice, we'll get nailed for that. Here we go.
Yeah.
So I just voted no on Donald Trump's nominee to run the CIA. Why is this important? Well, first of all, the CIA is one of our...
That was a good laugh. I like that. That was good.
That was good.
That was good.
Smells like Schiff. Totally smells like Schiff.
Now here's a truism for you there, Adam. Ghislaine Maxwell's best customers are still running the shit show. They are still running the show. All right.
Absolutely are.
I know you guys have probably seen this all week. Shanda put it.
Well, there's been quite a few clips that came from this podcast. So I saw 4 different clips that came from this.
Okay, let's get Shanda in here first. She's going to introduce the clip here. Let's see.
I love that hair.
There you are. See?
Oh,
You're
nice.
just trotting around there. That's Barbie Shanda.
My grandma had that clock.
I think my mom did too. Barbie Shanda.
The star clock, like whatever it was. That was a good AI. So AOC, now that Biden is out of office, has decided that she works for the people again. And she's letting you know by talking to Jon Stewart. And she's telling truths. I don't argue with her about anything she says. But where the fuck has she been the last 4 years? Shut up. It's too late. You could have done a million different things, but you didn't. So get out of here. Quit blowing smoke.
I want to preface this too. Where's Jon Stewart been on genocide?
Probably paid off.
Yeah, I personally, he is a comedian, but an advocate, somebody that can.
I don't think he's funny.
Someone that can arbitrate the truth, or even speak the truth. I find him a little bit cowardly in my book. He has made me laugh.
Oh, but he went on freaking late night and told everybody the Wuhan theory was probably real. No, we told you that 2 years before he did.
Yeah, and we
got a community strike and freaking demonetized for it.
And he got his butt paddled by the powers that be over that,
yes,
too.
he did.
He had to go pin a medal on a Nazi, and he had to have Hillary and somebody else on his, was it Condoleezza,
But guess what?
right?
Today the CIA announced that they think the Wuhan leak theory is probably reality too.
They're leaning that way. Anyway,
they're leaning that way.
I digress. We'll punch this out here, and again, these are all entertainers, including AOC, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
There need to be Democrats who walk the walk and talk the talk. There is an insane amount of hypocrisy, and the hypocrisy is what gets exploited to use the cynicism. And wherever there's a hypocritical window, for example, I think one of the most biggest examples of this is insider trading in Congress. Like,
dude.
No.
Dude, I don't know if do I give snaps? I don't know what the kids do anymore, but dude.
It is
that's so crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, and this is the thing. It's like Like, people think that everyday people are stupid. I'm like, do you all really think that people don't see this shit? Like,
they sit on a committee, they get information about a drug or a contract or a thing. They immediately make a call. The stockbroker changes things, and their portfolio swells.
They got permission to put that up.
It explodes.
What are we doing?
They totally
doing
did.
This on
I literally got
trust,
kicked out of being the chair of a committee for saying shit.
Taxpayer finance, public, facilities. Like, of course.
You're regulating the market that you're trading on.
Exactly. And
you
like
run the casino.
And then we're supposed to act like money doesn't only corrupts Republicans? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, but you vote for them. You vote for them and you support them every time, AOC. So get out of here with your fake fucking support of the working class that she now all of a sudden has pulled out of her fucking back pocket since Joe Biden left. I'm just so disgusted by her.
Step up in the middle.
I disagree with her.
Step up in the middle of the halls of Congress and say what you just said to Johnny Stewart.
Exactly. Say
Like
that
I said,
shit to Nancy Pelosi's face, Mama Bear's face.
Yeah, this is they got permission to do this, and again, I gotta say, Jon Stewart fought for the firefighters from the 9/11 thing, and that was a good thing. I salute him for that. But but this kind of bullshit, it doesn't excite me at all. Jenny Talia, Russell Brand, he's gone off.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're getting to Russell Brand. He's in Hollywood. Go fuck yourself. We're getting there. I promise.
So don't
I would
worry
not
about
leave him out.
We're going there. Speaking of which, here's a list of portfolios, and you can't see them. They're too small. I'm just going to go through a couple of them. But even Del Benny's on this one, and she's already rich. She's already wealthy. She's like a 40 millionaire. But you got Rausner. These are Wasserman Schultz is in second place with 142% change in her portfolio from December 29/23 to December 30th, 2024. Ron Wyden, another hero of the Democrats.
That's all that Israel money.
Yeah, and Morgan McGarvey, don't know where he's at, 105%. I'm just reading off the Democrats. Pelosi, I'm surprised she's so low. She's made so much, though. I mean, she's 100.
Well, she's got to fly under the radar now because we've been calling her out for a couple of years for it. So
where's a couple more names, familiar names here? Marjorie Taylor Greene.
This is the shit they're reporting. Imagine the shit they're not reporting.
Yeah. So those of you on the Republican side, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's in on it too.
Marjorie.
Yeah, and Gottheimer, of course. Ro Khanna. Oh, I don't do that.
Ro the hoe, no way.
Yeah, and Mark Green. Susan Del Benny, she's already wealthy from her stint at Microsoft. Tommy Tuberville's on the bottom of this list. Let me see. Is there anybody? Susan Collins of Maine. She's a big trader here. Yeah. So it's crazy. I could go on for days, but you don't go to Congress for that $175,000 a year. You go to Congress to make millions.
Healthcare. Yeah, no.
Millions and healthcare and power and control. That's why you go.
That's why they hold these seats till they're the goddamn crypt keeper. Look at Dianne Feinstein. We never get rid of them.
They had Mitch leaned up against a pedestal today again too. They had to bring him off, I guess. Now this kind of gave me a smile too. Johnny Boy Bolton. Here we go.
Bye, Bolton.
Mr. Ambassador, what's your reaction to Trump revoking your security detail, ending your Secret Service detail?
Well, I've had better days, that's for sure. This is, I think, typical of Trump the man. This is the kind of character or lack thereof who's now president.
Oh, talk about character, Biden, you warmongering piece of shit.
The threat against me and several other current and former U.S. government officials authorized the Secret Service to restore protection, which I had when I was National Security Advisor. I'm sure he probably wasn't the happiest man in the world because of the criticisms that I've made of him on his foreign policy. But he did it because it's simply not permissible to allow a rogue state like the terrorist in Iran to threaten Americans, whether they're in government or
I got to turn him off. Iran. This is, They want to take out Iran. They want war with Iran. And Trump has said, and I truly believe, I told you months ago, Chanda, it's bad for business having war everywhere. It costs us blood and lives. And I hope Trump can at least do that. If he can get us out of these current ones, stop other ones from starting.
And not shut down our supply chain with fucking tariffs. I mean, people think that the dollar is going to collapse. I don't think the dollar is going to collapse. I think our supply chain is going to collapse.
I think it's going to be a little bit of both because they're getting us tuned in on Bitcoin and all these cryptocurrencies. So.
Oh, yeah, the crypto ball. I mean, he hosted the crypto ball. Remember when he said crypto was shit and a scam just 4 fucking years ago? And now he's all about it. And he's released his own coin. And now Melania's got her own coin. Like, yeah they're going to be the king of
ultimately, it's going to be they're going to sell the people on UBI and 15-minute cities and AI healthcare or health whatever the hell it's not care. And the thing that I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but what I've been noticing is that Amazon's going full tilt, going after prescription drug delivery. Huge. So your little neighborhood pharmacies are going to be a thing of the past here in the next 5 years.
Well, Oz, you think your prescription drug prices are expensive now? A lot of these drugs are coming out of China and India. So what happens when Trump throws a shit ton of tariffs on them? I mean, it's been 7 weeks since I was able to get a prescription of morphine.
I know.
My pharmacist cannot get it. She absolutely can't get it. It's morphine. What the hell are we supposed to do without it? I mean, that's what they've used for 150 years for major pain killing. Like,
try and get anti-anxiety, lorazepam, Ativan, whatever. I need that stuff that keeps people from ripping each other's face off. Yeah. What do I have to play this? Is this BB?
Oh well, we had to hear what BB had to say to Trump on his first day.
How do you like those new refaces there, you and Linda?
I love them. I love them. Very 60s.
Congratulations, President Trump. Sarah and I send our warmest wishes to you, Melania, and the American people on your second inauguration as President of the United States. Your first term as president was filled with groundbreaking moments in the history of the great alliance between our two countries.
He's kissing some ass.
You withdrew from the dangerous Iran nuclear deal. You recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. You moved the American embassy to Jerusalem, and you recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You also brokered the historic Abraham Accords, in which Israel made peace with 4 Arab countries. I believe that working together again, we will raise the U.S.-Israel alliance to even greater heights. I'm confident that we will complete the defeat of Iran's terror axis and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity for our region. On behalf of the people of Israel, I also want to thank you for your efforts in helping free Israeli hostages. I look forward to working with you to return the remaining hostages.
Because you could have done that a year ago, but you didn't.
End its political rule in Gaza, and to ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel. I'm sure, Mr. President, that
Gaza, a threat to Israel.
There's nothing left of Gaza. What the hell is this guy talking about?
Gaza's rubble.
Gaza doesn't exist.
Jesus Christ.
It's rubble.
Whatever.
It's completely rubble. You should see the video. I don't know if it's on this deck or if it's on my deck, but I mean, some of the drone videos that we are getting of Gaza are mind blowing. It's like nothing it's even worse than World War II, Oz. It's worse.
It's
like
horrible.
There's nothing left.
What is this? Is this a historical Julian Assange video that you brought here?
I think we skipped a slide, but Trump paused U.S. foreign aid for 90 days pending review. Do you really think that means anything?
No.
When it comes to Israel?
No.
I don't. I mean, yeah, maybe Ukraine, but not Israel.
Well, like I said, nothing will surprise me, and I'm not gonna trumpet Trump. I'm not gonna trumpet the Democrats. I'm not trumpeting any of them. The politicians have been fucking us for decades. Period. Yeah. So I don't trust any of them. But whatever crumbs they shake off the table that do benefit labor, that do benefit ending these wars, that do benefit health
care, the taxpayers,
and rebuild North Carolina and fix Flint and rebuild California, I'll take them. But you're never going to win me over because we've been getting screwed forever. But I'll tell you one thing. Trump has had more interviews with the press than I think Biden in just a week than Biden had the whole last 2 years.
We all knew Biden was freaking demented years ago. You and I have been reporting that for 4 years.
They've been hiding that
We
fact.
had bets when he took office. Remember, we said, "Oh, he'd only last 6 months. Oh, he'll only last 8 months."
And
No,
I
he
actually
lasted the whole 4 years
because they protected him. I think he only did last about 6 months, but they were covering for him the whole time. So I'm not going to mea culpa on that one. I think Biden was
No, I'm
done.
not asking you to.
Yeah,
they protected him. That administration,
him. Yeah.
Kamala and Jill and Obama and Hillary, they all protected him.
And clown Jean-Pierre, all of them did that.
Oh, yeah,
the State
Clown
Department,
Jean-Pierre.
Blinken, Butcher Blinken. Is this a historical Julian Assange? What is this?
Yes, it is actually.
Okay, let's see what it is.
I emerged from prison. I see that artificial intelligence is being used to create mass assassinations, where before there was a difference between assassination and warfare. Now the two are conjoined, where many, perhaps the majority of targets in Gaza are bombed as a result of artificial intelligence targeting.
Yep.
The connection between artificial intelligence and surveillance is important. Artificial intelligence needs information to come up with targets or ideas or propaganda. When we're talking about the use of artificial intelligence to conduct mass assassinations, surveillance data from telephones, internet, is key to training those algorithms.
Yeah, absolutely. Our AI
He's not wrong.
It's the Terminators.
Until they're targeting you. Yep.
One of my favorite ex-Twitter posters is Black of the Empire. And he's always putting up good reminders, historical information, and wonderful opinions that I happen to concur. I don't think there's many that I've disagreed with him on. But here's a list. Here's a better list of the lies I pointed out that the U.S. government told Americans to get us emotionally invested in their disastrous wars. They don't just lie sometimes. They lie all the time. Vietnam, up there at the top of the list. Kuwait. The U.S. lied about Iraq soldiers taking babies out of incubators and throwing them in ovens. Serbia. The U.S. lied about Serbian actions in Kosovo to justify NATO bombings and expand Western influence in the Balkans. That was 1999. The U.S. lied about its reasons for invading and hiding true objectives related to pipeline politics and opium fields in 2001. The U.S. lied in Iraq about Saddam Hussein having WMDs. Libya, the U.S. lied about Gaddafi's threats to civilians and to establish control over North African resources. Syria, the U.S. lied about Assad's use of chemical weapons as an excuse to topple the sovereign regime in 2013. In Ukraine, the U.S. lied about Russian aggression to further NATO's encroachment on Russian borders in 2014. Only ignorant fools believe that. This time, the U.S. is telling the whole truth about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Exactly.
Sure they are.
Exactly.
Sure they are.
Those are all great points.
Those are all great points. Thank you, Black.
We went to
Black
Iraq because we wanted to get the tomb of Gilgamesh. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. So, did you want to read that meme?
No.
You want to read that meme that you put up in the corner there before I?
Father, you really should get Israel's cock out of your mouth.
Brutal, Chanda. Nice. You're too mean, man. Well, Misha,
that is why we're not monetized. Hey, Snow Himple, good to see you.
Hey, Snow, what's going on, man? Misha did it again. I think she did a very nice job here. And if you'll notice, I'm hanging off the edge of the building, and the pigeons got the best shot there. But here we go.
Careful.
Here we go.
Hello, I am Svetlana from Kyiv, and I want to thank New York Times for exposing the ugly face of war, the devastating dating scene. In 2022, I was engaged to be married to Pavlo, but as you can see from this video, he willingly enlisted for Ukrainian military. And with so many men enlisting of their own free will, the pool of dateable men has become, how do you say, slim pickings. I was so desperate. I went on date with Ihor. Ihor is a nice man, but he has loose skin and old balls and fought in Waffen SS. So I started online dating, and to my celebration, I matched with Dmitro, who was handsome and seemed to have good values. But when I met him in person, he looked nothing like his photo. His arms, legs, removed. He was amputee. A girl should not stoop so low. I visited massive military cemetery in Kharkiv this morning and couldn't help but think of the words of great Hillary Clinton.
Women and children are the primary victims of conflict.
Woe is me. I have run out of options and am reduced to scissor with Pavlo's sister Yana. Lucky for me, she has mustache like man.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, Misha, friggin'.
I have mixed feelings on that, Misha, but it was brutal. That was brutal. You brought this Fee Says here, right?
Fee didn't say this, but because of Fee, we know this is all bullshit. Of course, Trump put this out earlier this week. He says, I'm not looking to hurt Russia. I love the Russian people. Great people, great people. And always had a very good relationship with President Putin. And this despite the radical left Russia hoax. We must never forget that Russia helped us win the Second World War, losing almost, 50 million lives 60, in the process.
Yeah.
Is it 60? I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah.
All of that being said, I'm going to do Russia, whose economy is failing. Okay. Okay. President Putin, a very big favor. Settle now and stop this ridiculous war. It's only going to get worse if you don't make a deal. And soon, I have no other choice but to put high levels of taxes, tariffs, and sanctions on everything being sold by Russia to the United States and various of other participating countries. Let's get this war, which never would have started if I were president, over with. We can do it the easy way or the hard way. The easy way is always better. It's time to make a deal, or more lives should be lost. Now, we saw Cori Bush at the Peace Ball last week at in DC, saying that the Biden administration pretty much told her that she had to fund the Ukraine war or they were going to send American troops over there, right? Is that what Trump's implying here too?
No.
But I just thought this is so amusing that he is saying the Russian economy is failing. We're not seeing that. Sister Fee has been in Russia for a couple of years now. We've seen a lot of live reporting from her telling us the truth of what's going on in Russia. And that's really far from the truth. And the whole sanctions thing just made me laugh. Because they thrived under sanctions.
Yeah, I think they're 1.4% up, as a matter of fact. The last figure,
exactly.
I could be wrong. But this is Trump. This is Trump messaging. This is messaging. And he's not even believing this. He's saying this to get position in a bargaining situation. That's all. And it's expected.
Huffing and a puffing.
Huffing and a puffing. So you brought this as well.
Yeah, did you see this? This was earlier today. Russia stole the design for the hypersonic missile from the U.S. There's only one copy of that design. So Putin took it. America was left with nothing. Thank you, Trump, for shedding light on this travesty.
Honestly, people were arguing about this, and I can't remember. Some of our sisters and brothers said that the U.S. Does not have hypersonic missiles. Do you think the U.S. has hypersonic missiles?
I do. I think they do have them.
I do too. I think they do. I have nothing to back that up.
The U.S. military is the best military to ever exist in the history of the world. Of course we've got them.
I think they've just had so much money. I think they do. I really, and
they want us to believe that we've got crippled ass jets and shit. I don't believe that.
That's just an opinion, because some of people that we follow, and they swear to God we don't have them, and I'm not arguing with them. I think we've got.
Well, then where the fuck is our military budget going to?
Yeah, that's my next question. Where's that military budget going to? Maybe we don't. I don't know. But again, keep us distracted. Keep us distracted.
Right. Well, we don't get told the truth. 30 years later, we get told about the technology that we have. I mean, if you've looked into any of the Area 54 and the drones thing, which nobody's talking about anymore, which was the biggest story in the fucking world 4 weeks ago, right?
Was that Studio 54 or Area 51?
No, Area 50, Area 51, Area 54. Well, there's a bunch of different areas, right? They have all this different tech that is supposed to be so high class, so it's all classified. We're not going to hear about it for 30 or 40 years, so who knows what we actually have.
When you're looking for a classy way to show everyone that you deep throat military-industrial complex propaganda, a federal judge temporarily blocks Trump's executive orders ending birthright citizenship. I hear that's going to be a hell of a fight. So,
do you know who brought this suit? I brought this because I wanted to ask you. You know who brought this suit? It was the one and only Bob Ferguson's office from Washington State, of course.
Good luck with that, Bob. Good luck with that, Bob.
Well, he's busy moving to be the governor, right?
Yeah. What do we got here? Is this Karen Bass making herself look silly in front of Trump?
Oh, this is Trump and Karen Bass going at it. I want to say last night.
All right, here we go.
Fast as we can, but we want you to be safe. We want you to be back in your homes immediately.
But the people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't cost a lot.
Yes, and they can.
You should let them do it because by the time you hire contractors, it's going to be 2 years.
If a family...
The people are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can.
There's not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people.
Guy right there.
You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. Yeah. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because you have a very powerful emergency power, and you can do everything within 24 hours.
Yes. And if individuals want to clear out their property, they can.
You got to get a permit first.
Well, yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Mr. President.
We think
they're like, we can't even go home.
That's a long time a week. I'll be honest. To me, everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important thing is for people to be safe.
They're safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it. I watched hundreds of people standing in front of their lots, and they're not allowed to go in. It's all burned. It's done. It's done. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's not going to burn anymore. There's nothing to burn. There's almost nothing to burn. And they want to go in. The people are all over the place. They're standing, and I say, why aren't you going in? We're trying to get a permit. And the permit's going to take them, everybody said 18 months. You said 18 months. You said 18 months.
Last night.
And that was last night.
On it.
Is he wrong? Is he wrong?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And she was like, oh no, they could go back. They could go back in a week.
Well, why don't we ask?
Even letting these people back.
Ask those people in North Carolina how long it took for them to get back into their shit, and they're still.
But you
not
better
recovered.
pay your damn property taxes and your mortgage payment on that property that you're not allowed to go back and clean up. And of course, Trump, he had a little chat with Newsom, and I just thought this is a funny little spoof. I thought it'll make you laugh.
Governor Newsom, wildfires have destroyed millions of acres of the state, displaced countless amounts of family. Do you take responsibility for any of this, and is there anything more you think you could have done?
Not really. I think these fires were very devastating. I think the full scope of what actually has happened, we're not there yet. Okay, these people's houses are just destroyed. People are suffering. People are sad. But we're Californians. We're going to push through. We're going to push through. And where we're going, the vision is 10 times bigger than anybody else can even imagine.
Former President Trump has recently criticized your leadership, saying that you failed California. What's your response to him, and what does the future of California look like?
To be honest with you, I try to block that rhetoric, because the words that come out of his mouth, all the words out of his lips, they don't mean anything to me. He needs to use these more, because the future of California is bright. It's so bright. When you really try to look at it, really look at how bright it is, you're going to need shades to live in California 24 hours a day.
critics are saying that you're all hand gestures and no action. What's your response to that?
I think people are wrong. Okay, they need to wake up. I speak with passion. I speak with fire, no pun intended. And I feel if I use my hands a lot, people won't be focused on the lies that are coming out of my mouth because I lie a lot. So I want to distract them with my hands.
Interesting. Wait, where'd my gum go?
To be honest with you, I have no idea. Would you look at that? You know what? This gum is just like California. It's sticky, it's resilient, and it'll bounce back.
You're a scumbag.
Thank you.
Yes, he is. He is a greasy.
I thought that was
greasy
funny.
scumbag. Greasy scumbag. That was well placed, Chanda. Very nice. What do you got here?
Hard to swallow pill. Trump is a deep state puppet installed to usher in the New World Order's agenda. You'd resist under Democrats. Oh, hard pill. And Mark safe from thinking multi-billionaire puppets who serve the system are here to save us from their friends.
Yeah, that's going to happen. I'm impressed there. You brought this too.
Witches report their spells against Trump aren't working. He has a shield. Oh, bummer.
Oh, bummer. Oh, bummer. He's got a shield. Well, Sabby Sabs had a couple of guests on last night. One of those guests was Shama Sawant. And she speaks a truth here that we can't say enough here on Beauty and the Boomer or Trailer Park Pundit. And we're just going to let it go. Go, Shama.
Go, Shama.
Continues to be the perfect storm.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say, Jill, that they're not only not fighting for working people, they're fighting on the other end. They're fighting to attack the things that we have already won. And I should mention, it would be remiss of me not mentioning this, Joy Hollingsworth, the council member I mentioned, who brought forward the legislation to attack the minimum wage law. She was actually endorsed by the Martin Luther King County Labor Council in glowing terms. She was endorsed by UFCW 3000, the biggest union in Washington state, which represents underpaid grocery workers. I mean, so in other words, to be clear, the leadership of the Labor Council, the leadership of UFCW 3000, all of whom get paid $250,000, $300,000 salaries, they get paid handsomely, while the members that they supposedly represent languish when they are not even able to pay rent. So many grocery workers are living in their cars. So the leadership of these labor institutions endorsed Joy Hollingsworth in glowing terms, and then she turns around and stabs union members and working people in the back. That's the true nature of the Democratic Party.
Yay, that is the true nature of the Democratic Party.
It is the true nature of the Democratic Party. Get the hell out. Get the hell out, because all they're going to do is make you jump through hoops like animals in a circus. Is this Klaus? This is Klaus. She brought Klaus.
Klaus, well, it's Davos again, which means hookers are in full call, headed over to Davos. But this is the World Economic Forum, and we're going to cover it pretty deep over on Trailer Park Pundit on Monday. I've got some great clips. I've been going through and kind of capturing what the world's elite are having to say about, us poors and what we're doing to the world.
Us useless eaters. Here we go.
Yeah.
We also have to face an erosion of trust in our society.
You think?
We all must work together to regain trust in order to progress nationally and internationally. This can only be achieved if we genuinely address the existential fears of the many. The fears of marginalized, the fears of those who are afraid of accelerating environmental degradation, and the fears of those who worry about being left out in the transition to the intelligent age.
You're going to be left out of the transition to the intelligence age. Tell us again, Klaus. Thank you so much.
Tell us again, Klaus. We'll believe you never. We've got, this is old news, but I'd like to remind everybody, this is the pill that cures hepatitis C, a 12-week regimen of, how do you pronounce that? Sovaldi is necessary to cure this disease. You can cure it with this disease. In India, it's $4 a pill. In America, it's $1,000 per pill. This is what happens when Big Pharma has bought all of your politicians. No shit. They keep, Chanda, they keep hollering about how they're freezing the insulin price at $35. That's supposed to take effect this year.
That's only for
right?
seniors. That's
and
only
it's
for
only
seniors.
for
So
seniors.
screw the young people. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, some of the students get student debt relief. They get their loans paid off. Some of the populace, the demographics, like seniors, get their insulin paid for. But everybody else can get fucked. And this is another thing wrong with the Democrats. And the Republicans are always trying to take away our benefits. You brought this, United Healthcare.
United Healthcare overcharged cancer patients for drugs by over 1,000%, an investigation reveals. Shocker. A system that forces retirees to choose between medicine or food is a broken system. Absolutely.
And did you see this, Chanda? This is
what is this?
I can't read it. These, hold on. Let me get over here and read it. These are med beds, and what they are. And this is a big deal if I can read them. Where am I? Here I am.
Like Star Trek level shit,
yeah,
right?
Hold on. They are real and they are coming. The first technologies to be released with the announcement of NES, Nacera, and Jacera will be free energy and med beds. Holographic med beds will come with unique features including diagnostic support, surgical repair, cellular reconstruction, and DNA rejuvenation. Med beds, #med. Before you attack me, let me state, I'm not sure how I feel about med beds. I need to do further research before I can make an informed decision.
I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, and that's Michelle Moore-Winder.
Will they have a self-offing mechanism? I mean, because Canada would really jump on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, once again, you know, I don't know what to say. This is Star Trek level shit right here. And it's one of the things that AI is going to make possible. So if they actually did want to cure cancer, maybe, I just don't know. You brought, who's having the snowball?
I brought you some climate change. Because I know you love it so much. Let's see. Well, on the positive note, the skeeters ain't biting. Of course, historic 130-year storm has hit the South, and we saw snow in Florida, in the Gulf of America, whatever we're calling it nowadays.
Louisiana?
And this is Bourbon Street in Louisiana. And, you know, I have a lot of friends and family in Louisiana, and the posts coming from there have just been amazing, watching them get to enjoy the snow. And just,
Holy
it's
crap.
beautiful. Seeing Jackson Square all covered in snow, seeing the bayou covered in snow. It's absolutely been beautiful to watch. But yeah, I mean, it's happened before. It happened in the late 1890s. So.
We're supposed to get some snow next week. Maybe you're going to...
Oh God, I hope not. I got lots of doctor's appointments.
I know, so do I. What do you got here? You brought this.
Okay, so I talked about this over on my show. Biden was trying to ban menthol cigarettes, which I was a menthol cigarette smoker. I smoked Newport for about 30 years, and they do say that lung cancer, it does contribute to a higher instance of lung cancer if you smoke menthols, which I got told my whole life by people, oh, you're good cancer if you smoke menthols, right? But Trump has canceled that since he came in. He said, if the people want to smoke, let them smoke. It's called freedom. So, I mean, I don't know how I feel about this. I think I feel like Trump. It's freedom. You have the choice. You've been warned. The warning labels have been on the back of cigarette packs for many years. I mean, the instances of people smoking are much lower now. Our kids, you know, new smokers, it's at an all-time low. So people are phasing out cigarettes. So, yeah, I don't think the government needs to come in and be controlling.
And this is coming from somebody who's paying the price for smoking, right?
I am paying the price for smoking. Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see other people absolutely not go through what I'm going through. I do not ever, but it's your damn right. If you know, just like drinking and driving cars fast without a seatbelt on, it's your fucking right, you know?
I don't know how you guys feel about Stephen Smith, but Stephen Smith stuns the Bill Maher crowd into silence, and this is my hypocrisy even bringing a Bill Maher segment on.
Yeah, I know. God, I can't stand
as
Bill
he
Maher.
articulates how the Democrats have no one left fighting for the American people. I'm agreeing with Smith here.
Here's the deal.
Really?
The man was impeached twice. He was convicted on 34 felony counts.
True.
And the American people still said he's closer to normal than what we see left. That's what they're saying. He's closer to normal. Why? Because something that pertains, when you talk about the transgender community, for example, when you're talking about the issues that pertain to less than 1% of the population, the Democratic Party came across as if that was a priority more so than the other issues. And so he comes into office. Now you're talking about childbirth, citizenship, and what have you. He knows that's not going to pass the mustard, but he knows that he made that promise. So when he shows up week 1 on Capitol Hill, he says, this is what we're going to do through an executive order, even though it's going to be shot down through the courts and what have you. He's saying, I kept my promise. A lot of other things that he's going to point to that he's going to try to do. I kept my promise. Then you turn around and you look at the left and you say, what promises did you keep? Now, you might know the answer to that. I'm certainly not questioning your knowledge about that at all. What I'm saying is what resonated with the voter. What voter out there can look at the Democratic Party at this moment in time and say, there's a voice for us, somebody that speaks for us, that goes up on Capitol Hill and fights the fights that we want them fighting on our behalf. They didn't do that. And that's why their behinds are home, and that man is back into the White House, and they want to sit up there and talk. You look at the networks right now, they're talking about him. Look at it. This is the latest. Look at him. Here he goes again. Well, you know what here he goes again means? He's doing what he said he was going to do. He promised you he was going to do these things, and he walked into office week 1, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's saying, y'all do something about it. And when you try to do something about it, he's going to say, look at them now. Now they're concerned about these issues. Were they talking about that during the campaign?
No,
Hell
they weren't.
That's really it.
No,
Yeah. Well,
exactly.
yes. Well, look.
Yeah, but shut up, bro.
Row the hoe once again. Here you go. So, yeah, again, I can't take hardly any of these guys anymore. But the truth is truth, and Trump's actually acted on several of his promises already. Whether they be in good faith or not. Some of that stuff might come to fruition. It might not. The jury's still out. We'll see. What did you bring here? What the hell is this?
Well, it's Paris Fashion Week, so I had to do a fashion, and here's a couple of clips.
Oh, God. This is fashionable? What was he wearing?
I don't even want to know. Like, I thought that was the back of him until I saw he turned around and was like, "Oh, that's his back." And then the next one is. Can you imagine wearing this to your doctor's office?
For what he's got to do to me, it might be appropriate.
That's true.
What?
We need to bring back the fashions as a segment,
fashion.
Yeah,
I need to bring back fashion. We haven't had it in a while. That dude in the middle looks like the guy from Farscape with the big long hair hanging from him.
I thought it was a demon.
Yeah, it could be a demon. Who knows? It might be a demon. And I just dropped this in today, and you're going to cover it Monday, right? CIA changes its mind about the COVID-19 causes. New York Times says they're leaning towards, the CIA is leaning towards the leaky lab theory in Wuhan, China.
Because we didn't tell you that 5 years ago. Whatever.
Now you brought this pornographic razor trimming a bush here, right?
Well, yeah, this is how you trim a bush. I'm sorry, this scares the hell out of me.
How can they even do that? Next to power lines.
I don't think it's here in America. I don't think that's here in America. I don't know. Maybe it is.
Those are power lines, right?
Yeah. Accidentally hits your freaking house. Half your house is cut in half. Like, what the hell?
That's scary. That is
That
scary.
is freaking scary. I know. Let's get a big rope and then we'll just tie a big saw on it and we'll get a helicopter and the helicopter can just fly between, the power lines, which are only, 6 inches away.
I think that's an optical illusion. They have to be farther away than that because nobody in their right mind would fly a helicopter with a saw. What the hell, man? Oh my God.
New fear unlocked.
Yeah,
that's scary to me.
That is scary. Interesting, though. Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Shanda, you brought this. We got this going.
I think we only got one major one in here. And, of course, that would be none other than Russell Brand kissing and licking the ass of the Zionists.
Come on, Rabbi Shmuley.
Come here, Rabbi Shmuley.
What the hell? Russell Brand has made me laugh. He's giving me joy. But I love that he's Bobby's buddy. I love Bobby Kennedy.
Did he shove an egg up your ass?
Praise the Lord. God bless you, Russell.
What's this other one? Is this the one I brought? Yeah.
No, I brought this one.
I actually do believe that Israel deserve a homeland and that the Jewish people have a homeland. I'm a Christian, so I do believe that. I also believe that war and violence is wrong, and that there is a general sense that the more powerful tribe or group have a greater responsibility to bring about peace in conflicts. So I don't know what that makes me, baby, but I tell you this, Heavenly Father, I pray for peace. I pray that the people of Israel and the people of Palestine can live in peace, and if it is your will, Lord, it will happen.
When did he get his mind right on all this shit? Was it last year sometime? Because up until that point, he was speaking some pretty good truths. And then he joined...
Was when he got accused of all of those sexual... What, you remember he had like 4 cases against him?
Oh, the P. Diddy thing? Yeah.
Well, no, he got accused by 4 different women, and then the P. Diddy thing came out. So, yeah, he's really done a 180 since all of that, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, wow. Yeah, you brought this.
Well, and have you seen the accusations that Jennifer Aniston is having an affair with none other than Barack Obama? And they know Barack is gay. Start a rumor that he slept with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah, I believe that for nothing. So
yeah, I don't believe that at all.
I don't either.
Just
a quick flash on this. This couple, I can't read it. It's way too small. But in 2001, they had this big piece of land, and they looked at it, and they decided that they were going to replant.
Oh, I know this story.
They were going to replant the trees. And 2019, not only did they regrow all the trees there, but they brought back the ecosphere that was lost. So that's kind of our feel-good timeline cleanse story.
Yeah,
and,
no, when you look at the aerial photos of this, it's pretty impressive what they did. Yeah.
Yeah, and they planted their 2 million trees that they planted over that period of time, which is impressive. So glad there's still humanists out there.
But yeah, we'll get carbon credits. That won't mean shit, and it won't actually bring back the.
Well, they're walking the talk. They're like not waiting for whatever. They're just buying the property and growing the trees. And if they don't own the property, they probably grow the trees anyway. So to hell with it.
It is.
It is time for Stoner Corner. I think I did this one again this week.
Not as you've been doing Stoner Corner.
Yeah. Did you know? From 1850 to 1937, cannabis was used as the prime medicine for more than 100 separate illnesses or diseases in the U.S. Pharmacopoeia. Did you know that, Chanda?
I absolutely did. I went to school for marijuana. You know that.
Yeah, there's the newest reface of Chanda there. I thought I'd preview it there. Don't let my pets on the furniture. My dog lays potato chips and a big fat stoner. Yabba dabba doo. Time to wake and bake and brew. And we've had this before. I took a DNA test, and it turns out I'm 100% pothead. I wish I
used to be 100% pothead.
It does not work on me anymore. We have Me Mally. We're about ready to get out of here. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. And we've got a few of these tonight. And this is so true. Is this you, Chanda, the art and the artist? KFC Witness Protection Program. I thought that was a pretty good one there for the chicken. And
oh my God, I totally have that hair problem every time I leave the house. Mastermind says Shanna went to high school. Yeah, that's right.
High school. What this country needs are more unemployed politicians. Abso-frickin-lutely. Nothing says trust in science quite like a pardon for an innocent man. Oh, you got to be kidding me! How did that get in there? We've got this. Dems waking up from their 4-year coma to criticize the government now that Trump is in power. No shit. And I finally remember what Zoom meetings reminded me of, and that was the Muppets Hollywood Squares.
I love that segment of the Muppets.
That was so good.
It's time to start the music. It's time to make the show.
Christopher quietly wondering if eating a BLT his mother packed for lunch in front of Piglet would be offensive. Yeah, probably there.
Piglet don't care.
Why I'd be kicked out of the Scooby Gang, Shaggy Zoinks, Scooby Rutrow, Daphne Jeepers, Velma Jinkies, and me, well, fuck. That would be you, Shanda.
Well, fuck.
Well,
yeah.
Fuck. That would definitely be you.
Well, fuck.
And remember these days of Ryan and Roses, they're over, Shanda. Now it's prune juice and Ben Gay, and I can attest to that because that's exactly what it is.
Dude, I can't do the prune juice. I freaking tried. Oh my God, that stuff makes me want to puke. I tried really hard last month to drink prune juice, and
I am sick in the head because I actually kind of like it. Yeah, I wanted one of these so bad I never got it. It was a Vroom. It was a fake motorcycle engine to go on my bicycle. Then paddle ball, of course. Yeah, that's all right. I got everything else.
I love the paddle ball.
I was a lucky kid. Do you remember this? This is what got all the kids hooked on smoking when we were kids. We had bubblegum cigarettes. That. And I loved paddle pool. Did you have paddle pool, Shanda?
I didn't.
Oh, paddle pool was great. All right, everybody, quickly. What is this? Name this drug. Name this drug.
I don't know what it is.
Anybody got a hint? Got to let the chat catch up with us. Come on. Yay! Larry Fine got it. Popeye got it. Kamshari Cake got it. Quaaludes.
This is Quaaludes? This is what Quaaludes look like? Quaaludes were way past my time, or way before my time. I never saw a Quaalude.
Good old Roar 714s, baby.
Wow.
This picture smells like cigarettes, Shanda. Does it smell like cigarettes to you? When I was a kid, this is how we made a playlist.
Totally.
And I used to take firecrackers and put them in these little 99-cent airplane thingies, and I'd light them up and I'd fly them and watch them blow up in the air. I was a terrible child, let me tell you. Well, I wasn't that bad. You can only keep one. Bring one back. Which one would you bring back? There is one right answer.
For me, Kmart.
Kmart. Anybody else?
Yeah.
The chat's catching up.
My second choice would be Payless shoes. So Kmart and Payless shoes would be mine.
I have to go with TL Orca. Toys R Us. You know why? They got fucked over. Mitt Romney ran them into the ground. Toys R Us.
Yeah, they did.
And Kmart is my other one that I
We
like
still
too.
have a Radio Shack in my town. It's private. It's a franchise, and the guy who owns it's owned it for like 50 fucking years. So
I know this is before your time too. I had one of these, and this was pre-Chia Pet. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Bath soap. It would grow hair on it, and it had a toy inside.
I know what it is. Yeah, I didn't have one, but I know what it is.
And this is a fountain menu from 1939. Back then, the jumbo ice cream soda was 15 cents, and a cup of coffee was a dime, and so on and so forth. I just put that in there for history.
A dime. We pay $10 to Starbucks and out of poison us. Yeah. Good luck.
Oh my God, this is one of your favorites, Shanda. You want to tell what people
this is? I have one of these, and I use it every single day. I've gone through probably 5 of them in my lifetime, and fortunately, I found one at a garage sale about 6 or 7 years ago that I could replace the bulbs in, and I absolutely love it.
And that is makeup. Now, tell me if I remember right. That is a dimmer switch in the middle, right?
Yeah, it has a dimmer switch, and it changes colors, so you can either do daytime, nighttime, indoor, outdoor,
I have to say, I had one of those as well. I used to do a lot of...
It contributes to my beautiful look every single day.
I used that when I was doing makeup, when I did costuming and shit like that. And that was it. Remember these? I used to burn the shit out. I used to burn the shit out of my fingers with these. I burned them.
Oh, yeah.
all
I
the
still
time.
get them for the kids every 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll burn your fingers, man. They really hurt. You know,
Oh, hell
you try
yeah.
to move.
And they stink and make a hell of a mess. But yeah.
Who remembers these vented windows? We had those. Yes, we did. Back in the day.
Oh, wing windows. Yeah.
Wing
That's where
windows.
I'd flick my cigarette ash out.
And lastly, unless you were there in 1981, you can't even imagine how choice this setup was. And it was a choice setup. It was a choice.
It was a choice. Yeah.
In my mind, this was 40 years ago. In my heart, it was yesterday. And I got to tell you, I absolutely feel that way. Well, we have made it to the end of the show right on time. Oh, my God, we've done this twice in a row. Shanda, we are going to go out with Steely Dan tonight. I hope everybody enjoys it.
I love the Steely Dan.
It's a really good covers, guys. I hope you stick around. You want to tell them what's going on for the rest of the week and next week and the week after?
I do. Let's see. Monday, I'm doing a Trailer Park Pundit. I'm already working on it. Oz is helping me out. And then Oz and I both have major doctor's appointments on Friday. So we are going to take next Saturday off. But we've managed to pump out, 3 shows in a row. I'm proud of us for 3 Saturdays in a row, especially with the health problems that we've been facing. So, yeah, that's the plan for this week. And I just want to shout Metal Martin out. Thank you so much for all of your kind super chats today.
That helps us out
awesome.
So much. It really
It's going to help me get medication. I have been waiting to get medication for about 6 weeks. I'm almost out of everything that I've been taking extra that's supposed to be helping out. So thank you. You helped me get meds today,
and
which I'll eventually get when
everybody over here at Roar Media has everything goes to Shanda's support for her cancer. Like I said, we put the things up in the beginning. If you want to buy us a coffee, you can do that. But the go-to is Shanda's, to get it to Chanda for her fight with cancer, and it's so appreciated. Thank you so much, everybody.
It is.
And
you guys are saving me.
We're going to get out of here. I hope you stick around for this, and hopefully we'll be seeing you. Shanda will see you Monday, and hopefully I will be back with Shanda a week from next Saturday, and with good news. We're going to go with good news, and
fingers crossed, you guys. Thoughts and prayers up for Oz, man. We need some good news for Oz.
We're gonna fight the fight, and we're not taking sides. We're going to go after all the bullshit as we see it.
Yeah.
And please, everybody, don't be distracted by the little stuff. It's the big stuff that's killing us, okay? Yeah. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Thanks again. Metal Martin, you rock.
Good to see
everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, guys.
I've seen your picture, your name in lights above it. This is your big debut. It's like a dream come true. revelations, sensations that stagger the mind. I crawl like a viper through these suburban streets. Make love to these women, languid and bittersweet. I'll rise when the sun goes down, cover every game in town, a world of my own. I'll make it my home, sweet home. I learned to work the saxophone. I play just what I feel. Drink scotch whiskey all night long. And die behind the wheel. They got a name for the winners in the world. I want a name when I lose. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Hold me deep, this is the night of the expanding man. I take one last drag as I approach the stand. I cried when I wrote this song. Sue me if I play too long. This brother is free. I'll be what I want to be. I learned to work the saxophone. I play just what I feel. Drink scotch whiskey all night long. And die behind the wheel. They got a name for the winners in the world. I want a name when I lose. They call Alabama the Crimson Tide. Call me Deacon Blues. Deacon Blues. That's Jonathan Cole on the saxophone, y'all.